I'm back with my book of flowers, a little slow stitch project that I've started, and I've been using organza to make sort of a base for these flowers. I've got a rose and some lilac, and then I did a whole sort of wild flower field. Today we're going to try dancing ladies, as I always used to call them when I was little. Only relatively recently I found out they are fuchsia. They are not dancing ladies, but they look like dancing ladies, and they are very vibrant pink, purpley colour flowers, so I think they will work really well. My bright pink here out of the rainbow fabric, and slightly purpley as well. We're going to use a bit of that, and some green leaves. So we're going to use organza as the base. Let's find the bit I've already started. There it is. And I think it's going to be similar to the lilac, as in it's going to have quite a clean line, I think. And just the sort of base colour is going to be given by the organza. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to go yet, so I am going to just be sort of playing around with the shapes, and then we will do the stitching on top, which will sort of give more definition to the outline of the flower. The lilac in the way was quite easy because I sort of based that on a triangle shape. Quite straightforward. This is a bit tricky. Don't really want the orangey bit there. And I think I'd like maybe 3 flowers and some leaves. We want almost like a bit of a boomerang kind of shape. So I think we're going to do it in 2 parts. There's the sort of top layer of the dress, which is almost like a boomerang shape, and then a kind of purpley or darker pink colour underneath, which is maybe the petticoat if we're thinking dancing ladies. And then you have these lovely sort of long legs, which I think we'll just stitch. So let's just that's not actually too bad. Just needs trimming a little bit. I might have to layer up the pink. It is quite bright, so it is what I'm looking for, but we might want a denser colour. Yeah, like that. I think I will try and put a second layer on the pink. So now I do want sort of a similar size to what I've just cut out. So slippery, this fabric to work with. I don't really want the orangey bit there. This is okay. Ooh, made that next bit a bit narrow. So I think we'll start using this as the second piece. And I might have one that is still sort of a bud. When I was working on the rose, I sort of did a bud first, which I liked the look of, before adding the extra petals. Might be a bit small, might be okay. So once you've done sort of laying out your pattern, you might want to pin it down, but working with organza is quite tricky because it is so light and thin. The more you stick pins and needles in it, the more likely it is to damage. But what I will do once I'm happy is sort of take a photograph of it, so then I can remember what it looked like when I'm trying to put it back together. I think I do like the darker pink, so we are going to try again to sort of make second petals. I might try individual ones, might be easier. That's quite good. You could also have a third petal of the dancing lady coming down, but I kind of want to see the purple underneath. I think that's looking good. I love the fact that you can see all the layers. It looks like the petals. Something like that. So I'm going to take a picture, and then I'm also going to do little tiny tacking stitches, which I might take out later. Might be able to cover them up, but we might take them out. So I'm going to find similar colours just to tack it down, but then I want to do some pretty stitching to bring out the shape of the flowers. So I might do stem stitch, I might do whipped back stitch or split stitch. I want kind of a smooth line, so those are my go-to stitches. I'm probably also going to hoop this up so I can get underneath nice and easy. So I've hooped it up and I've put it in the stand, and you can tell we're a little bit all over the place now. I'm going to take the leaves off because the leaves will be filler in once we've done the main design. So what I mean by tacking stitches is just little stitches that I might well remove, but they hold things in place. So you could just make them quite large stitches, they don't have to be little. They're just holding in place kind of stitches. I think some people call it basting, not sure. I'm using similar colour to the final colour. It might actually be the final colour. In case I change my mind and I want to leave them in, which I do sometimes. I just cover them up as I'm going along. But this will just mean, oh, my leg fell off. This will just mean that everything is in place while I'm trying to sew it. These two pieces are quite different shapes, but I do like that you can see a different line underneath them. I'm We have them all just sort of tacked on now. We've got a completely closed one, slightly more open, and a completely open one at the top. I'm going to use some different coloured pinks. I'm going to try and make it sort of colourful in the pinks. The purple is quite bluey, so those two, and kind of want another one. I'm not sure about that. In between, just to add some variation. Just looking at all my pinks here. Yeah, that kind of purpley pink. It's quite good. I'm probably going to outline each petal. And take it from there. And I'm going to just do 2 strands. Kind of my go-to. More decorative. And this is where your sort of slow stitching comes in. You can just use stitches that you really enjoy doing, that don't need a lot of thought. You can use whatever colours. You don't have to stick to the fabric that you've attached. You can just sew all the way around, making swirls and patterns, and make it a little bit more abstract. Here is the final piece. I added sort of some extra light stitching around some of the leaves. Got two-tone pinks and purples here. Yellow here, but with slightly darker yellow here. I'm really loving this. I think this is really pretty. It looks very nice next to the lilac as well. And I'm really pleased with how that turned out. Very simple idea, sort of using the fabric as the base, as you're doing a lot of slow stitching. But it's really effective, I think.